Hey YouTube, so today I wanted to talk about something which is one of the reasons why I want to start this channel. And as you probably read by the title, this video is going to be about my coming out story as transgender. Obviously I'm female to male, or FTM, transgender. I'm pre-everything. I haven't started taking any type of hormones. Haven't had any surgeries, anything like that. I merely bind with a binder, which makes my chest look like it's flat, and I use a packer, which is pretty much like a prosthetic that creates my package and the bulge that I desire to get rid of some of my dysphoria. And I'll kind of briefly describe that as the video progresses. But the first thing I want to talk about is kind of the reason I decided to come out when I did. So yesterday night I came out to my aunts and my grandma and two of the three of my cousins. Yeah, it was planned but not planned. I've been wanting to do it for the last 2 or 3 weeks now, and so I finally just was like, you know what, I'm gonna do it. And I'm known for a long time. I can't say I'm one of those people that I've known since I was 2 or 3 years old, because that's not the truth. Really, I didn't feel any differently about myself until I was in high school, the end of middle school maybe, but I couldn't pinpoint it. And I never heard of like what transgender was, and I had no idea what any of that was. And so you know, it wasn't until now that I'm in college that I really have been enlightened on the whole LGBT and others, you know, and really have realized that there's so much more to it that I could have ever known. Well, anyways, going on a tangent. So I've been out to my mother and my sisters as lesbian for about 1.5 years now. But during that time, I always just felt like there's something more, that it wasn't just like a butch lesbian, and I fought myself over that for a while. And, you know, I talked to my aunt about it when I moved out to California for the first time a couple months ago, and, you know, I told her this is how I feel, and she, you know, allows me to be who I want to be, which is great, and I'm very lucky to have her. But, yeah, so I decided last night, after we had a PFLAG meeting, and I went to one of their transgender support groups, because I have been questioning it. I can't say questioning, I was pretty positive on it, but I needed somebody to validate it for me, I guess. And they said something to me which really just kind of was like, you know, I'm ready now, you know, it's okay. And they told me, you know, when you know, you know, and it's okay if you feel like you might change in the future, but right now is right now, and if you feel this way right now, it's okay to tell somebody. And, you know, it really stuck with me, and because I worry about, you know, where I'll be in 10-20 years, you know, and so, you know, on the way home from my PFLAG meeting, and you know, my aunts and my grandma and my cousin were with me in the car. You know, I told them, I was like, look, I wanted to tell you something, and you know, I pretty much said, well, I'm transgender, I want to be called male pronouns, I want to be called Kellen, which is my preferred name over my birth name, and then, you know, I pretty much said I understand it's going to be a process for everybody, not just me, and, you know, and I'm very respectful of that. You know, my aunt told me that she had been looking into it, what dysphoria was, and, you know, she was like, you know, it really fits, and so she really agreed with me, which is awesome. So, you know, I'm very lucky to have been able to have a family that's very supportive, sort of. I had to move away from my mom and my sisters to be in a position where I was supported and go to a school that supports it. So, I mean, it's been a process, but